can Liverpool be the best Premier League side ever? And I think that is a very, it is. I mean, Arsenal winning this game, their biggest claim to fame is a Premier League trophy wrapped in a Yorkie wrapper. They drew 12 games to become the Invincibles. They're not, for me, Arsenal in the equation to having the best Premier League side. They're not. I don't even think that's the best ever Premier League winning Arsenal side. But for me, the best Premier League winning sides, conversation-wise, are a Mourinho Chelsea side. He can be in it. 08 United side with Ronaldo and Rooney and Tevez. The 99 United side, because it was the treble winning side. And potentially you could chuck a Man City team in there. I did like the Arsenal 98 side because that was the golden era for the Premier League. But look at what Liverpool are doing. I think they've played 16 games, they've won 15 and draw 1. I mean, if they were to replicate that in the second half of the season, then they would have to go down as the best ever Premier League winning side, which is ridiculous because they've never won it. It's going to be their first title in 30 years. But they could do the lot. They could win the title. They could wrap it up in the first, they could have it wrapped up by February. Statistically, points-wise, they could have it wrapped up by February, which has never been done. They could win. They could take the Invincible crown off Arsenal, and they could also say, well, factually, statistically, we've not lost all season. We've won nearly every single game. We're the best Premier League side ever. For a club that has never won it, it would be unbelievable, and that is the danger, and I think that is the challenge to the rest of the Premier League, that they've got to go and start, because I don't think that this Liverpool side is, even if it was to go and win 35 Premier League games and draw 3, I don't think this Liverpool side's the best Premier League side ever. I just think it's been ridiculously good at grinding out results, and they totally deserve to be where they are, and I hate to say that as a United fan, they totally deserve to be where they are. But I don't think that Liverpool team is comparable to the United 99 team, the United 08 team, the Mourinho 05 Chelsea team, or the 98 Arsenal team. I think they're all better than this Liverpool team. But they'll have won the Champions League last year and absolutely obliterated the Premier League. If Liverpool go and win the Premier League and they lose 3 games to do it, and Liverpool fans will be more than happy with that, then they've won the Premier League, but they're not one of the best Premier League sides ever. But if they go and win it without losing a game and nearly winning every single game, then you've got to, there's a very strong argument that they are the best Premier League side ever, which they don't feel like they are, but they're absolutely dominating it. And we can't even use the excuse that this is the worst Premier League ever. It's just too easy for them. Man City are decent. Chelsea are decent. Leicester are decent. There's been some decent teams out there, but Liverpool have just been relentless. And at the time of doing this, they've won every game apart from one, and it's nearly Christmas, and they don't look like they're going to drop any points. I mean, you just look at Liverpool's next few fixtures, and I know they're off to do the old World Club tournament, the World thing, and they didn't buy any players. They didn't buy any players in the summer either. I mean, I predicted they were going to win the league, but I would never have predicted that they're going to do it in the way that they are, which is nearly winning every single game. Home to Watford next Saturday, easy win. Then they're not playing again until Boxing Day, where they're playing Leicester, which could be quite tough. Then they've got Wolves at home 3 days after that. Then Sheffield United at home, then Spurs away, which will be a cracking game, and then United. So, to be honest, I think if Liverpool are going to be invincibles and Liverpool are going to break records and put their hands up to be the best Premier League side ever, they're probably going to have a pretty good shout of doing it once they come out at the end of January, because they've got Wolves away in January, United at home in January, Spurs away in January, Everton in the Cup, that's irrelevant, Sheffield United at home, could cause them problems, Leicester away, Wolves at home. I think if they come out of January and they still haven't lost a game and they're nearly winning every single game, then they're going to go and do something ridiculous. And as well, I don't want them to win the title, but I've got to be absolutely honest. If they do come out of that situation with that many points, unbeaten, they've not lost any games, they've only drawn about 3 or 4, and they've won 34 games, they're going to be the best Premier League side ever. They're going to argue that they are. And statistically, they probably will be. It's amazing, isn't it? Don't win a title for 30 years, and then go and smash all records to win it. You know, Liverpool fans just absolutely can't believe it. But yeah, January's going to be key. They've got to go to Mourinho's Spurs, United at Anfield. They'll be favourites for that, but you just never know. If United did what they did at the Etihad, you never know. And if United go and have a good run of fixtures, you never know. Wolves away could be tough. Leicester away could be tough. It's going to be interesting. And also, will Liverpool start to suffer with a bit of fatigue? They didn't buy anybody in the summer. Second half of the season, I don't think they're going to suffer from pressure because their gap at the top is so big. But if Leicester were to win their game, it is interesting, but it's concerning as well. I think Arsenal fans will be worried about their Invincible Yorkie Rapper trophy. United fans are going to be worrying about, you know, if they go unbeaten and win all these games, are they going to say that they're better? You know, winning the title's hard enough for United fans to swallow, but them saying we're the best Premier League side ever, that would be even harder to swallow. So it's not only Liverpool winning a title, which I think is inevitable, it's about the records they're going to set winning that title, and will they be able to say we're invincibles and we're the best team that's ever been? It's going to be very interesting, isn't it? And do they have a right to do that? We're still not halfway through the season yet, so it's easy to sit here and say I don't think they are the best Premier League side ever. But if they get to May and they've done all these things that I've just said there, then, you know, we may well be having to say that. I don't know. We'll see.